Alright, YouTube, this is ship review number 3. This is Jammin' again. And this is the first ship that I'm kind of excited about. I did like the Sparrow. It got me around, gave me some protection. But this vessel kind of has a lot of what you need to get into the higher tier vessels and to help you do it pretty fast. So I did have to add some customizations to make that happen, but basically it's got a real nice landing area right up here. And I actually still come back to this ship even though I have one more higher. I come back here a lot because it has 3 constructors that I can keep moving through the... So I can keep stuff grinding away to help me make my next ship, because the one I'm currently working on building is this here, and you can see it's just got ridiculous. I don't even know what Xeno substrate is. I haven't had to deal with that yet, but I'll figure it out. And I need steel growing plots. I mean, you just need ridiculous materials to make these. Now this is a, if you look back at these ones with the wrench come out of the workshop on Steam, so these are not included. These ones, I guess, with the this are the included ships that came with it. But you can see they're pretty good, but they're nothing compared to what other people have built and experimented with. And eventually that's where I think I want to get, is be able to build my own. But for right now, I'm not real good at that. It doesn't look good. I end up building giant rectangles in the sky. So this factory ship, it's a level 15. I really like this ship. It's not ready for battle yet. All right, that's one thing that kind of all along the way I had high expectations, and I kept getting kind of let down a little bit. But anyway, it does have let me get out of the ship here. It has 4 guns on it by default, and I tried to replace it with 2 laser cannons to see if I could get a little bit more damage. And it does, but it's just not enough to really... The place where this thing really shines is getting your materials cranked out fast, so that's pretty cool. It has this elevator here, and it has a gravity generator. I can turn off my jump jets on my character. And then it also has, back here in the back, it has an O2 station. It has a medic station. I'm going to turn on my jump jets again real quick. There is a back door to get into it. So the landing pad was right there, and then that door I went to is right there. And then I also added this ore container because I wanted to be able to use it from inside the ship as a drill. Originally it came with 2 extra refrigerators there, but I don't really see the need to have more than the 1 refrigerator to store my stuff, and then I can come over here and just tell it to make a bunch of these energy bars. So I did have to customize it a little bit. I took out the bottom parts of the ship and put these growing plots in here so that I could keep protein on the ship, and that way as I'm traveling the universe I don't have to constantly go back to my home planet to get the stuff. So that was good for me. And then also so the way that I've been using this ship is it has 3 factories and 3 storage containers for those factories, and they were kind of funny the way they were assigned. You can see this one says controller container 1, and so originally when you come in the ship, this is constructor 1. All right, that's pretty obvious, but originally constructor 1 was attached to that storage container all the way down there, so I had to kind of fiddle with that a little bit. But that's not hard. You just open your constructor and pick which container controller you want to use with it. So that seemed to make sense to me, to put them right across the hall from each other. And again, I'm not really playing on this ship anymore, but I come across from the good one that I'm using. I dump materials in here and I made them into titanium rods and sathium ingots because, like I said, right now I'm trying to build this ship first. These ones take a ton of materials. So the Xerxes, they look really cool. Looks like it's very got a lot of power, but it's going to take a long time for me to get enough. And the creator of this one said it was well capable to do the PvE at the all the way through the game. So I'm hoping he's telling the truth. Anyway, in this second one, I like to put all the stuff that builds. Those are the refrigerators and another controller. But I like to build all the stuff that's fuel for the ship. So that's the pentaxid for jumping and the promethium for just driving around and stuff like that. The other thing is I added in the shower so that I could have radiation reduction. I added in this bed so that if I need to pass some time while I'm waiting for stuff to complete, but normally if you're just going to the next asteroid, your stuff is going to get done. So I just, I don't use that a lot, but I did put it in there. And then I also added an extra medical station, just like I showed in the previous video. If you let me get it to hopefully tell me. So this one says what it'll do: endoparasites, alien. The tooltip doesn't stay up long enough for you to read all that. But anyway, if I get infected with something else while I'm playing, I can pick this station up, and then I can put it back down by grabbing it and putting it there. If you right click, it lets you choose which kind of medical device that you want. Obviously we already have that one back here by default, so you can choose from the other four to cure whatever ails you. And I'm going to put that there for right now, so that way I don't lose it. So anyway, that's this ship. Now on this particular one, I used the level 25 drilling lasers. All right, but personally, let's see, those don't actually clean up an asteroid as quickly as that turret that I showed you. So just for a recap, since you may not have seen the other video already, you have tool turrets here, and you have like this drill module. You have to be level 25 to get this. And the tool turret, as far as I'm concerned, is a lot more efficient at taking care of these asteroids. But we're gonna just fly over here to this Prometheum one now. Keep in mind I've stripped down pretty much everything good in this universe, in this solar system, so that I could make these ships and move on to the next one. So this is just a shell of its former self. You can see, I'm going to go ahead and pick that. If I go up to this one that's not a real asteroid, when I get close enough, it says you cannot dig here. So you have to use real asteroids, but basically, and also with those lasers, I pretty much have to use first person to see what they're hitting. So you can kind of tear through an asteroid, but if you saw my first review, I have the other turret type on my Sparrow, and it goes through an asteroid a heck of a lot faster than this. Plus, it's pretty it's aimable by a person. So anyway, but that's the lasers I have on this one. You can see down there it's warning me that my ore container is completely full up. So if I had that turned on in the settings, wherever it is, then I would not be able to do anything at this point. I'd be kind of dead in the water, but I don't have that turned on, and I've been trying to figure out kind of how to deal with that, and I did that in the tutorial section. So anyway, now you can go into logistics and go to your different container controllers. So that's the fuel one. I'm going to go to this one. I'm going to put the stone inside of it, and that way it could make more iron and whatever if I wanted to. I'm going to go back to the one that's attached to my first constructor and go ahead and put the silicone and cobalt in it that I have. And anyway, that I really do like this factory ship. It's got good responsiveness with just the mouse. It has a little bit of guns if drones are attacking you, but again, if another big ship comes at you, like or a space station, I really don't recommend trying to attack a space station or orbital production or anything else with this ship. It just it's more of a working ship than a fighting ship, so just be aware. But very impressed with it. You could basically sneak around the universe and avoid fights if you wanted to skip any of the steps once you get this ship. So you could go straight from the Sparrow. If I was doing it over, I'd go straight from the Sparrow to this and skip those other two Corvettes. They just don't pan out as far as I'm concerned for the time invested to get the materials. And this one, though, man, with 3 advanced constructors, you can just keep stuff building while you're working on improving your game and the rest of your stuff. So I'm really a big fan of this ship, as well as the one that I'm going to show in the next video. So stay tuned, and I hope to see you there. Thanks.